Good morning. This is Pharaoh Seen, formerly known as Eric Barnes. Currently, I just ate nice breakfast at Grace Community Church, where they do for people in need. I'm homeless. Everybody that's there that eats isn't necessarily homeless, but it's a nice gesture of help and love. Today, what I'm going to do is just lay back and meditate a little bit prior to a possible 3 or 4 day march to Washington, D.C. It's remarkable how I grew up in North Carolina, and I guess being young, seeing good in everybody, misplacing all the evil and hatred that's been here. Nevertheless, Elohim, God, is the author of peace, not confusion, and God is love. That doesn't necessarily mean you roll over and let people treat you any kind of way. It's been a humbling experience to have people, grown people at that, black and white, here in Greensboro and in Charlotte, to follow you around, attempt to watch you urinate. I fill out endless amounts of applications. That list is still being compiled, along with PAE, which is an embassy company, if you will, that provides services like Kellogg Brown and Root, that just took my information, said they hired me, went through the interview, and did everything they could through the process to make sure I wasn't hired. But it's been a humbling experience sleeping out on the street consistently, and to have family try to use you for insurance money, if you will, for a big payday. I will say thank you to the Native American nation, Aztec nation, for those that have watched over me, and to the alternative lifestyles and the select few women that it's obvious to be seen. We live in a society here in North Carolina that blacks are trash in the minds of white folk unless you bow down and act like a slave. If you qualified, you have the credentials with the attachment of a thinking mind. If you don't bow down or be a slave acting type person, they're going to dispose of you. Louis Farrakhan said that which the government can't control, it kills. They've tried to kill me on several occasions. Now, with that being said, the spiritual purpose of the march, if it happens, is to break the bond of the today's tradition. Today's tradition is technology is the answer to everything. See, kids don't go anywhere without a cell phone. A cell phone is a necessity. And I'm not picking on the youth at all. But you got to have a mixture of, not falsehoods, but you got to have a mixture of truths. Truth mixed with truth, it brings forth more truth. Truth, it mixed with falsehood, brings about doubt and possible lies. You got to learn how to read a book instead of pulling up stuff on the internet. You got to learn how to decipher the difference between the spoken word and the written word, which is a whole nother issue. Because in the beloved Bible that we have, I love the Bible, love Christ. Nevertheless, a lot of stuff in the literature is intentionally taken out on purpose so that it'll fool people of low descent. Now, as you see now, I'm sitting down here at the courthouse. A lot of people walking by. What they're doing is unlawfully monitoring me. They don't think I know it. As I said before, the United States government, specifically the Navy, considered me a prodigy. I never knew it. I was denied a Navy Achievement Medal because of my color of my skin. In plenty of venues, I ran the facility where I worked at. I have friends that are in North Carolina that are vouched for that are being bullied. Amen. Now, Governor Cooper, during his administrative time in the legal office, such as the courthouse, He was a part of a campaign that would, anyone that was African American or anyone that was prevalent of color, if you will, if they showed a chance that they wouldn't gonna come under his regime, or if they wouldn't come under his control,